Well, good Friday to everybody. Hope you're having a good week. And if you weren't, it's over, so it doesn't matter. We are back in Satisfactory today in the early access experimental build. We are going to be working on the Metroplex setup. Going to get ourselves ready for update 5 on Tuesday. And I took some time in between streams to connect the plastic and rubber that we set up last time with a permanent power solution. So we have to plug a few holes in our production and then figure out what we're going to do going forward. I think I'm going to bring a train back and forth to get plastic and rubber into our storage system, so that's going to be the plan. Cosmic Sweet, Sandy, Dang Rice, Marcus, good to see everybody. Thanks for the lurks, folks. Devin Scarata pulling up the rear with Hunter 555. Hope all's going well. So right now we've got any of our excess stuff we're just kind of putting into storage through this pipe right here. Or pipeline, I guess I should say. It's not really a pipe. The only things on this side that we're not doing is screws. And we're doing these. It's motors and stators, and screws are still manual. And then on this side, we're not making these. And we're not making... we are making Caterium ingots, but not Caterium wire. And I don't think we're making cable. We must be somewhere. But I don't know where. Unless we just ended up having an absolute ton of it. We must have just had a ton of it. So yeah, I've gathered some rubber and plastic, which I have put here. So I think the first step is going to be to look at our power consumption. Do we get that from this? We probably don't get that from this. No. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, I like the storage too. It's a good proof of concept. That's what I'm using this level for, is proof of concept for the Devastator build. Right, so we're getting pretty close to hitting our capacity, right? And this is all coal production, and it tends to fluctuate a lot. So I'd like to try and add some power, because in order to add screws, we need to add a lot of constructors. And I think we're going to do that over there. Originally, I was thinking about doing the screws here, but they take up so much space, and we don't have a lot, because I want to keep this area in the middle clear. I want this to be vehicles and trains and stuff. So this area here, with the help of a chainsaw, is going to be, I think, turned into our screw factory. Because we have lots of iron going by right underneath it, so it should be pretty straightforward. We're going to have to do the smelting first as well. I also don't like this tall tower. We're going to keep the buildings in the front of this low, I think, and build out from there. Because the vision for this, if you're not familiar, we do have a working kind of inspiration, and that is the Metroplex kind of base from Transformers. So low in the front, high in the back, with some interesting buildings along the way. Just kind of like rough ideas. Metroplex looks like that as a robot. I don't know if we're going to be taking any shapes from this, but we're definitely going to be taking some colors, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I've set up some arbitrary rules ahead of time, and they don't seem to be working the best for me. So we're going to change them. And the first change I think that needs to happen is figuring out what we need for fuel production. We need to be able to make fuel and burn fuel in order to make power. So I need to double check this. Also, in between streams, I found a hard drive. And the alt recipe that we got was this copper recipe. So we can make extra copper with extra iron, which is good. So we are at... We could unlock that, no problem. I think I've got 50. I could make 50 of those, I think. Yeah, probably. How do you make cloth? Fabric. Mycelia and biomass. Yep, we could do that too. It looks like we're into tier 6, which is good. Fuel generator. Select this milestone. So we need 400 rubber, 50 of the reinforced heavy modular frames, 100 computers. That's going to be the tricky part, because we don't have circuit boards. So we have to make circuit boards, which means we need to make 1,000 circuit boards. So that's going to be tough. So we might be focusing on screws and power first. I guess what I should do is maybe see if I've got biomass around. And see what I can come up with. Is there any biomass hanging out in these guys? No. And I don't think I have any biomass. Oh, I can make it. I'm not sure if we're going to get there. Nope. Biomass. So we need more of those. Wacky Zacky on Twitch, hello. How's it going? Welcome in. A Devastator, thanks very much. Appreciate that. Someone was asking about, is this a bit like a snapshot world in Minecraft with features and toy around with from upcoming official update? Yeah, basically because of how much time people put into Satisfactory, they release the new updates in the experimental build to gather feedback as they monitor the game, but also feedback from players. And that way people are not updating it with their like very complicated, precious factories. Even then we're going to be backing up this world just in case. I guess the first thing I need to do is I need to mark down what we've got. So I've got 320 iron. No, 360 iron that needs to be smelted. Whoops. And I don't know what's down below. We've got 2 normal. I'm not sure which ones these are. We can see from up top, I think. Apparently this is where I thought the edge of the factory was going to be. Not sure why I chose this particular spot. Oh, probably because of that rock. Be my guess. So over here, if we're going to be believing my beacons, I've got iron on a 2, on a Mark II. Two impure Mark II is 120 per minute. So another 360. coming in from over here. I don't think I've got shards on these. Iron ore 60. So that's an impure node. That's an impure node. These are going to be the two normal nodes. Right, but they don't have shards in them. So we could increase that if we need to. So what we should do then is make sure that we've got room to expand whatever we're doing. Gotta be careful I don't fall off here because of the poison gas. Now, is there iron coming in over here, or is it just coal and copper? Oh, there is some iron. I wonder if this is being used for anything. Survey says no. I know where that goes, so that's not being used. Which means that is 2 impure at 120 per minute as well. And the copper is probably just 60 per minute. Got 2 belts. This is 1 node, 120. So we've got 2, and it looks like only one of these belts is making it. I feel like the other one is being used in our current copper setup. So you're being split and sent down that way. So it's only 30 copper that's here. It's barely even worth keeping. And is that being used? Doesn't matter, we're redirecting that anyway. Using beacons like that is one of the best tips you've seen? Cool. Yeah, they need to add signs to the game. I watched the developer stream on Tuesday morning, and they very coyly avoided talking about signs. I kind of wonder whether signs are coming. It would make sense with all the Update 5 stuff. So this is the 120 and 30 copper. And then the other stuff was coming up in here, and that's going up to the 3rd floor, but I don't think it's being used for anything. So 2nd floor is, some of it's being used, so we'll have to be careful what we remove here. But not all of it. That's being fed from this side, so that means that all Oh, this site's being fed from over there too. That's annoying. Do these just go past? Yeah, all three of these go past. None of these are being used on this floor, so they're all being used on the unused floors above. So that's good. We'll get some power back when we strip out these smelters. Oh no, that's coming up. Well, all three. I wish the graphics wouldn't blink out of existence like that. Looks like all three are going up to the third floor. Not being used, that's good. Nothing from back there. And I don't think there's anything happening on the top floor. All I have is a ladder. Whoops. Totally missed the ladder. Yeah, there's been a lot of Sky Factory talk on the Discord. Okay. I like the view from up here, but we're not going to be using this much. Did I hear the moon manta? Because it flies really close to this building. Oh, he's over there. Okay. So that's good. We can move everything over here. Just think it'll be easier. And I'm going to double check the width here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 19 to the corner plus the outside. Yeah, I tend to have to do this wander around quite a bit. It helps. It's worth doing when you've got a save that you haven't spent a lot of time in. So I need 19. If we're keeping this symmetrical, which would be a good idea. 18, we're off by 1. Unless I miscounted. I may have miscounted. Nope, it's not. I don't know if we can add another one to that side. At least not for the whole length, but we'll do it up front. Okay, so that is now the edge, and that will continue to at least there. I'm gonna have to do something about this, either go around it or hide it somehow. It's a problem for future Joel. So that doesn't quite line up there. We'll have to figure out a way to make this look cool in the end, but we're not going to do that until we have more base parts. Yeah, big rocks are the bane of my existence. I wish you could do more to remove them in this game. Alright, so what I want is the corner here. And we're going to do a corner that's too wide. The whole idea of this build is to experiment with the new parts, so I want to give myself some room to play with the depth on the outside of the build. Unless... Actually, I think I want to come in by one more. That way we have like a path to run around the outside. Probably smarter. Alright, so we had... I don't know how much iron is coming in over there. Remove that smelting again. We will... We know we've got 240, 120, so that's 360 coming from this direction. Which is south. Most of the games you play are fixed maps? Right on. They can be fun sometimes. We already said that this was 120 ingots coming in, so we can bring that down and move that on to the next phase. And... oh man, I really don't know what's on each of these belts. 4 impure, that's way over there. And this is 2 impure. Okay, this is not labeled very well. Does this even have a... no. Doesn't. 120. 120. 120. So those are all normal nodes. Yeah. But they're not all on the same side. I've got 1 on this one and 2 on the other. Everything is a 120 belt, which leads me to believe that everything is 120, because if I've got 4 impure nodes out there, that's 240 per minute coming on 2 belts. And it looks like the only belts that are moving are these ones on the right. And they're the ones that feed the bottom smelters over here. So let's just say that I've got 360 here as well. So it's an additional 360 plus 120. Cool. Will Run for Fun. Subscribe to Tier 1 4 months in a row. Thanks so much, Will. Great to have you around as always. Glad you got the receipt fast. I'm glad that Twitch is on top of that. For folks in the chat that are wondering if you want to join the Discord, then a tier 1 sub here on Twitch or a support on Patreon is the best way to do that. And that has all been fixed. It was not working correctly, but it is now working correctly. So we have another 360 plus the little 120. 360 ore. And how far back? I gave myself 2 spots, didn't I? Let's do that then. Did I give myself 2 foundations on both sides? I hope I didn't. Probably did. Was that a kid screaming outside the window? Yes. My neighbors like to put their kids out to pasture. And they don't play. They just yell. I did leave 2. Okay. I was actually very distracted yesterday. I had a lot of work to get done in the afternoon. And these kids were out from around 5:30 until 6:30 or 7. And it gets dark here now at around 6. So at around 6 o'clock, 6:30, the only thing that changed was they turned the porch light on. So the kids weren't playing in the dark. And that was it. Alright, this has to be 2. I'm trying to make this symmetrical, but we'll see how this turns out. So we'll do the same thing. Have a 2 wide lane all the way over to here. I don't know if these are going to be 2 separate buildings. They're probably going to be the same building. We'll see. Bringing a lot of things that I've learned from building in the Devastator build as well along here to try and make this work a little bit better. Next thing we need to do is get rid of these things via the chainsaw. Sorry this is so loud. I can't hear it, but I know you can. Who needs trees? Do I have to go down? I probably have to go down below. That's annoying. Apparently I have to get lower. Well, that'll help us with our biomass. Oh, more concrete. Cool. Some of these are probably going to grow back until we blow them up. There's an animal around here somewhere. I hear him. Oh, the trees will respawn over time anyway. Even if you don't do any updates, it'll still respawn them. Ah. Forget about these. I don't have gunpowder yet. Oh. Guy doesn't give up. Oh, there's two of them. We get most of them? We did not. Not sure whether we got the right ones, but we'll see. Almost. We almost got all of them. That's good enough for me. So, what we should do is tell this constructor to make biomass. And power it. Where's the power? That'll help us with our gas mask production. Uh, 3D guide. So this is not your Devastator build. This is just a practice build. Yeah, this is the experimental build. And we now have to do... It was 360 plus 120. So 360 and 360 is 720. And we need to smelt everything. I'm not going to do anything fancy. This is going to be really good for people that are new to the game or curious about the first stages, because we're taking ore and smelting it. It's the most basic thing that you can do. And it takes 30 per minute. So 720 divided by 30. 24. That's not a lot of those. It's a fair amount, but not a lot. So 24 of these guys in this space. I say we run them horizontally. So we might be able to fit... They fit on a single foundation easily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. I bet you we can fit 12 in there because they squish. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pro tip. Find your centers. And what we can do is smelter. And let's leave a space and a space here. A little bit more forward. All right, so that would take 6 going down that way. And 6 would need 180. So what if I need, what do I need for 120? I need 4. I need pods of 4 to make that work better. Unless we just have them keep on going. 6. OG Die, hello, welcome in. Wiki says trees never respawn. Maybe they changed it. When I first started playing the game, they absolutely did respawn. What's 12 times 30? 360. We do have the ability to have those on belts. No, we don't. Are our Mark IV belts tied up in our current milestone? Because that's going to be a pain in the butt. I enjoyed having Brockett on the show again, too. That was great. I really had a good time. I should have not used the mushroom or the mycelia. I should have saved it. Current milestone is... Yeah, our Mark IV belts and conveyors are tied up. Can I just make circuit boards? I have to make 1,000 of them though. Do I even have the recipe? I do. We could just do that manually. Kind of do this while we're doing other things. Circuit boards. Yeah, we'll do that manually. This is a trick that I used in my other playthrough. I always give myself a lot of space in and around my base because it allows you to oh, that doesn't quite work. It allows you to do some stuff kind of like quickly manually to get ready for different tiers. So I've got plastic in here. And this needs copper sheets. I forgot how fast you move around with these jump boots. And this is going to make circuit boards 15 and 30. Put this somewhere as accessible. And pull some power from somewhere. Surely we've got power up here somewhere. Doop, doop. Whoops. Wow, that was a long way. And that will make circuit boards for us. And stick them in here. Is the cable turning into a wall outlet on experimental only? It does pulse for me. Pulse for me. Is there a setting? You have to have the wall outlet unlocked, but no, it's not. Like if I grab a cable, so I'm building a cable, and it'll go power pole, wall. It won't do the ones that go through the wall. You have to do those manually, but it'll do either one of these. This is update 4. I'm playing currently on update 4. I'm not on update 5. We're getting ready for update 5 though. Hey, herding cats, how's it going? That is not doing anything. All right. To be conscious of how low this guy comes in too. So that's our build height. I don't want to go any higher than that because I don't want him to clip through. How do I want to do this? I was just going to do 12 in a row. But it's going to be better to do sets of 4. Well, I guess we can just space them out, can't we? Could have 4 belts coming down to feed each one. So then let's see if we can't get 12 centered. Actually 12 centered means we'd have to do them on the halfway. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay. Unless I want to leave that empty. It might be good to leave an empty walking space. That still leaves a foundation and a half there. I think that's pretty good. All chickens, hello. Thanks very much. Glad you like it. It's called Satisfactory. You can do bang Satisfactory in chat to get a look at the game on the website. And if you end up getting it, then you can use the code Joel Duggan on Epic to get to help support the stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although to be honest, I would wait until next week because they generally put the game on sale when there's an update. So if people are wondering about picking up the game, wait 3 days. I'm not guaranteeing it, but there could very well be a sale. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think what we'll do on the other side, these are all exporting ingots at 30. So it's gonna be 360, right? No, it's 180. So that's good. That fits on Mark III belts. 360 if I face them the other way. Because then we could then merge them in the middle. And have them go somewhere specific. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we can just flip these. Face them this way. How do we line these up? These are right on the line. looks even to me. What went wrong there? I'm sure you guys can probably hear that in the backyard. I feel like I have to do the giant disclaimer. They're not mine. It's so funny because they are 2 yards away. There's the entire backyard of mine, and then they're not up against the fence. They're playing well into their yard. Overshot that. Wow. So I want this to go this way. Oh, no. So essentially what I'm thinking about here for folks that are new is that we want the smelting to happen first, which is why it's happening at the front of the building. And then we're going to be sending everything this way, down in that direction. And so the export can be kind of like, probably higher, but it'll be in the air. Go down that way. Then we have to do splitters coming in, but this is going to be the tricky part. I'm going to do this once I get the belts here. And we are going to use, I think, the underground and potentially this nice hole in the wall. Yep. Right there. So those I think I'm going to stop. I'm actually going to bring them up farther down this way, and they're going to power these ones. Because we've got, like I said, 240 and 120. So we've got 360 coming in right here. So we can bring that up in this space. That's very close. We're just going to use all of it. I don't know what to tell you. Kids are loud. Yeah. Yeah. I'm aware. I don't have a lot of experience with young kids. My niece is older. She tends to just kind of hang out with her tablet and not do much. I'm sure when there are other kids around, though, if they're all playing outside, that she can be loud. Let's go with splitters. Now, this is really tight. Why is this not lining up? Oh, that's not terrible. Cosmic Dancer, for another great month of awesome content in streams and podcasting and just generally being an all-around awesome person. Well, thank you very much, Cosmic. That's very sweet. $100 donation. Holy smokes. Thank you so much. Wow. Really appreciate that. Because we've been talking about stuff like this off stream, Cosmic, did you use the Streamlabs for that? Did it work okay? I'm just making sure that the experience of doing it was palpable. Joel, I have the past been at gatherings where there have been 20 kids or more piled into one house. Half an hour is all you need to get a headache. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, my sister's friend's Christmas party is like that, I think. Right, so we're going to have to split these. And we've got 120 coming in, so that'll do the first 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is going to be on its own. And what I'd like to do here is a... Oh, that is not a lift. Lift to keep that fresh, and then we'll do 2 of these. Although I'll have to do this one first. I feel like that could have been farther. So what I like about this stuff is testing to see where you need to put things. In this build, I'm always trying different stuff just to try and see like how far I can push the game, so that when I go to do different things in Devastator in my main build, I have like a better repertoire of stuff I can do. So that'll do another 4. We could always bring another one along the wall. Or we could bring them all along the wall. Because we're going to have to split one of them up anyway. So they're already on 3 different lines. It makes sense to kind of keep them separated until we have to change that. I need to change my hotbar stuff. I've got muscle memory from the other save. Logistics. I don't know what 7 was. Maybe it's pipes? Should probably use something like ladders on 7. Jim So the Musical? Hello, welcome in. I like how you use elevators instead of sloping conveyor belts. It's a much cleaner look. Thanks, yeah. Plus, we're trying to model this after like a Transformer build, so like it becomes a little bit, I'm not sure how to say it. It becomes more technical looking, I guess. So we're unfortunately going to have to start the other one there. Take that up. I don't know where that's going to lead us, though. So that goes, that's 2. I really think we're probably going to have to bring in this one on a 3rd side. So that there. I wish these would snap. Yep, we're going to line up the brakes with nighttime. It's going to get there soon, I think. So that could very easily be just the bottom one here, right? And then the top 2 could twist and come down. So it'd be 1, 2. No, I didn't want to do that. Cool. All right, so that's that. And then from here, we'd be able to put in poles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Six because of the headroom we'll need, and then that'll take care of these 2 here. Just have to make sure that this is going to work. So that's 2. We'll have to figure out how to do these ones. It might be better to put both along the wall. So by along the wall, what I'm thinking is this needs to be fed probably from this side. And what I'm thinking is that we bring the conveyor thing across like this. So that'll feed these 4, unless we split it again, which we could do, because we've got room. Oh good, I'm glad you're excited for update 5, Jim. That's cool. Do you go by Jim or Jimso? Or is it Jim's... It's not Jim's other musical because there's no R. Seems silly, but one of the things I'm looking forward to a lot is being able to change the orange building highlight color when you're building. Yep, me too. Me too. That comes over like that. And that'll feed these ones. We should probably try to split that. Because we could do it again up here. I'm hoping something that they give us that they haven't told us about in the update is these wall conveyors on one side or the other side. Right now we have to choose. And this is a door, technically. We've got lots of room to split it down there. We need to. So we could do that. Oh, save lag. It's not the right spot, but right idea. Alright. Where it is dark and then incredibly difficult to see in the game in the dark with no way to skip the night. The night's only 5 minutes, but it lines up very nicely with me taking a break about once an hour to go stretch my legs, refresh my coffee. You should too. Friday night, get some snacks, and then when we come back, we will continue on smelting up this extra iron. It's we're not going to get all the way to update 5 ready tonight. We're probably going to have to pop in again on either Sunday or Monday to do it again. But I will pop up somewheres where we can see what's going on. And y'all can hang out, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. So, with a little bit of thinking over the break, a dangerous pastime, I realized, it might be better for us to use the iron we're taking from here instead of the iron we're taking from over there for these ones. I feel like the iron we're taking from over here could be easier to send to these ones because it's such a short distance from there to there. That's probably what we're going to do. I hope the other thing that they change in the update is this stupid flipping automatically of the walls. I think they should give us separate walls. 2 different walls in the inventory. None of this two-sided stuff. Just have everything be the same thing on each side. Oh, I'm out of plates. Type null, I know, right? Some people. So chances are we've run out of plastic. Cosmic Dancer gifted a tier 1 sub to Jim's Other Musical. Jim So the Musical, sorry. Appreciate that, Cosmic. Thank you so much. Jim, I didn't catch your response earlier, but if you want to connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts, then you can join the Joel Duggan Discord for the next month. Most excited about the ability to program train stations, improved ease, ramp building, and also sounds really nice. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot that they're changing for the better, I think. 105. We are out of plastic. We might have to make a road trip. Cosmic Dancer gifted a tier 1 sub to Roadside Down. Cosmic Dancer. Holy smokes. Kicking up the support. Holy. Thank you ever so much. That's 2 subs in the last few minutes. Any advice on how to speed up an awesome sync? Make more than 1. They only go as fast as the belt that you're putting into them, and if you've got more stuff, then you have to build more awesome syncs. I use awesome syncs all over the place to offload any like excess. Oh, I hear the moon manta. Whoosh. Clips right there. We're going to move this, I think, eventually, too. I'm going to see where he turns. I might try to put this, like, beyond where he turns around. Preet TV, hello. How's it going? So we need more plastic. I'm not sure if it's faster to run there or drive there. Probably run. But we need to bring a big inventory with us. So it seems like the smart thing to do would be to go get some plastic. Can I build a truck? No, they require computers. Tractors. I think I already have a tractor built. No idea what's going on, but I'm here for the journey. So you're gonna get a tour of the world a little bit here because we're gonna get in this tractor and go get some plastic. So this is going to be the route that I'm going to put a train route on when we get to that stage. That's what what are called? The tractors? Oh, you just started 2 days ago. Nice. You're going to get a big update in just 3 or 4 days. Tuesday. Quality of life. A lot of build changes. Trains are going to have collision. You probably haven't gotten to trains yet. So if memory serves, it's a hard left here. Even though I think we could go straight. Oh, the giant flying manta. Oh, the manta. The moon manta. No, the moon manta is a meme from this channel from playing the game from ages and ages ago. I think moon manta is better than the giant flying manta, don't you? So here is where I pulled my power from. And we ran it all the way. It was tedious, but I'm glad I did it. It's also ugly, but still glad I did it. I've only seen Let's Game It Out Satisfactory gameplay. Okay. Yeah, I've got probably close to 800 hours in the game across a couple different saves. We've been playing it since I think since after the first year it was out, maybe? Don't remember exactly. I think we've got extra coal in the trunk. I sure hope we do. So I changed the bridge here too. It's nothing fancy. Just a lot easier to drive on. Right, so what I did over here, speaking of awesome sinks, I've got awesome sinks, or an awesome sink, taking all the petroleum coke and dismantling it. These refineries are taking the heavy oil residue and turning it into petroleum coke. And then these guys are making rubber and plastic. So we're going to take a little bit each, bring it back. And this is unfortunately manually at this stage. The only way that we can get these items back to base is via a manual drive. It's not terribly long. I've got longer drives in my other save, I think. But we now at least have plastic and rubber being produced in the game when we're not around, which is great. Yeah, it worked out really well. I'll go grab the rest of the rubber, seeing as we have room for it. And then that will continue to fill up. But all these refineries is the reason why we're so close to our power, our max power. Some weird collision boxes. I think they're going to fix that, actually. They mentioned that they were looking at... I don't know if it's going to happen in Update 5, but in one of the dev streams I was listening to them, they said that they would... If you combine foundations, then they end up with one hitbox as opposed to each foundation having a hitbox. I guess that's one of the reasons why that the clipping happens for vehicles on foundations. I'd love for them to include some sort of higher tier travel in the game. Like, we've got hypertubes. I think they're the fastest. You can transport stuff quickly with drones, but I mean, like, for you to drive around, for you to travel in the world, I feel like they need something just a little bit faster. Like a hover bike or your own personal helicopter or something like that. Oh, I know you can make a human railgun with the hypertubes. I don't necessarily think that's intentional design. I'm sure they're going to leave it in, but I find that it's a little bit odd. Hard to control. Roadside Down, welcome back. I should probably make a ramp to get this right up into the base. Always fun to bonk these guys. Bonk. It's no wonder they're mad when I go to fight them in the world. Doink. Rare look at the base from afar. Yeah, all these are too steep. So let's fix that. This is why I left all these nice wide roads throughout the build. Those are still going to be too steep for the tractor. That's fine. Sweet Sandy, yep. Whatever it is that you think you're doing your first time you play this game, multiply it by 8 in terms of scale. And that's what you need. So I'm going to leave myself some plastic here just to make sure I don't like completely run out. So we'll do 400 in there and then the rest in here. Leaguer Gaming, hello, how's it going? Did you change the name of your the color of your name? The name of your color, the color of your name? Looks good. Very easy to see. Might as well grab some more coal for fuel while we're here too. And more of these. Cool. So I'm not sure how long that took, but maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Happy to have that going in the background. I wonder where there's some mycelia around here. I probably should have looked while we were going to the beach. Probably would have been smart. Been that color for a few months? Oh, really? Wow. Right, so we're going to try to figure out how to get these guys coming in this way instead. Two, three, four. Well, no, that wouldn't be there. Not sure how we're doing that yet. We should probably figure out how these are coming in. Oh, where's that coming from? All the way over there. Okay. We might have to change that. Oh, is that? Oh, that doesn't go anywhere. Okay, cool. That's helpful. So all of this is just not going to exist anymore. And I need to get the other ones, which are there. Right, we were taking these three. That's good. Should be easy. We just have to get them up higher. Eventually I'm going to cover this all up. Really miss having jetpack. Two, three, four, five, six. So we should just use these poles that are already here. We just have to reverse the Just have to reverse the belts. That's all. That's good. I'm glad that we can recycle this layout. Although, it looks like we should maybe shift it farther down. Oh. Maybe there's a reason I have it out this far. We have 3, we've got 2. Kind of disappointing you haven't jumped off something, forgetting that you didn't have a jetpack. Nice. Cosmic always with my best interests at heart. Encroaching on others' clearance. Probably the power. That's annoying. Okay. Well, then let's just do this. This way. Does that work? Yes. That brings you down along this way. Might as well just use the tracks already here. And this is... Oh, I could have kept that. Crap. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's just delete that. I had it right the first time. So that'll stay there. This should be able to go up here. No. That goes to there. This goes to the second level. And then... Actually, for whatever reason, I feel like this makes more sense. And then it's... this is not quite as nice, is it? I wish there was a way to do this a little bit easier. Well, I guess we could back this up. $70 degrees in October. Yeah, I went for a run just before I started the stream. My afternoon workout. It was 22 here. So what's that? 74? Something like that. Really humid too. It was like 94% humidity. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fart plants. I'm not a fan that you can't remove them. I feel like there should be some endgame capability of removing the plants. Think that works? Oh, come on. Right, that gets us 3, so now we just have to go along and delete all of this stuff. Oh, it zigs back and forth. Excellent. That's what we need. Where does this go? I have to go that far. Oh, it only goes right here. Sweet. Okay. We are going to have to remove these trees. I hear something. $10 and 10 p.m. Friday. Wow, that is warm. Especially for this time of year. I guess it depends on where you're from, but that work? That got enough of them that mattered. That's fine. Guess we should just put a ladder in here now. Alright, so this is where this stuff is going to come in. Here. And potentially there. So those two are over there. So I have to make a little bit of a turn. I should probably not forget about this thing down there. Collect all the things, as they say. So the zigzag here is just because of the ramps at the front. I think we're good. Believe I have enough materials. Something that I've been in the habit of doing in the game now is definitely building everything at like something I can walk under, like this, rather than jumping over. It makes it a lot easier. 1, 2, 3. When you have to come back and work around things and like get under stuff, makes your life a lot easier. Now, this is going to change, so this is not going to stay here. I do get the feeling we're going to have to zig it back out, though, once we get on the other side of this. So, there's the other side. Yeah, we'll bring it to here. Waste not, want not. Exactly. I mean, even in this game, just taking the time to put a miner on something for later is always worth it. When you have the opportunity. 3 120 belts. Each require 4 smelters. So we've got the first 4 from this guy right here. No problem, right? We looked at that before. And then the next 4 are split with the 2 in the middle, which is weird. So we have to do something like this. Have the input on this side. And do some weird stuff like this. And then this just goes out like this. That means that all of these have to change. And we'll start with this one, but we'll bring it in from the wall. You've never seen Snow Leaguer? Where is this? This is right here. That goes to there, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. think that should be good. If not, we'll find out quickly. So that should be 1, 2, 3 coming in here, no problem. I think the trick I used last time was it had to be like here. And then this goes here. And this goes... That's a lot taller, so what we can probably do... 1, 2, 3... Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It might be worth it just to have that come straight across. I just don't know the height that I have to build it at. Four. I wish we had a better way of ratcheting these up higher. So I decided to put that in the middle instead of the side. What that does mean, though, is we can at least attach these the way that we want them to. Hopefully this does not bump the guardrail, which it does not. Probably should have made that higher. One, two. Is that low? What? Did I make the belt go the wrong way? Oh, there is no belt. That's right. That's probably why we did it that way. What on earth is going on here? Sure, it had something to do with the order which I placed the belts. Oh, there's the Moon Manta. Lift. Mark II. 1, 2, right? And then from here, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then next to it, we'll have to do something funky. I think we'll have to do the belt first. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be too close, so we'll have to do it over here. Hope that's the right height. It is not. Okay. No. Oh. I guess I could do the overlapping thing, but this is probably the simplest way to do it. So that's that. That's that. That's all done. The only thing left to do is power. And I guess we'll do ceiling power, which means ceiling level. Since we're trying to compact this build, I think we might not have enough room here. Oh, just enough. Try to leave at least one block of space just for light. And it looks like we're getting dark, which means it's time for another break. Resists making He-Man references. I see what you did there. Missed the whole ladder? Yeah. I should probably have 2 ladders, right? Alright, I'm going to take another break, so if you're new to the channel, if you're hanging out with us, welcome. I do step away just once an hour, give myself a rest, refresh my coffee, which I shouldn't be drinking this time of night, but I am anyway. And we'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. You get to look at stuff moving around. How about that view for now? Do I have the coffee cup? I do now. Be right back. All right. So now we need to think about the export before I wire this all up. We're sending everything into the middle. However, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 12 times 30 we can handle. That's not a problem. Yep. That's going to come out there and there. And then we're going to send those on into, I guess, constructors, right? This is going to come in this side. Down to here. Oh, right. We're going to have to think about these being in the way. We do it this way. So this will have to be high. That's fine. Put in something temporary. We could also take it upstairs, which could be beneficial as well. Although that does look kind of cool. Reach for the sky, moon meant to fly by. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention at all. So that goes to there, and then we'll have another one here. Now this is going to be tricky because we don't have the wall here to pull it off of. So we'll have to do something interesting and fun. This is probably where we're going to use a different method, actually. That should be fine. All right, so that's going to come in over here. And got lots of room. What is going to be the best way to take this out? So we have one there, one there. That could be done like this. But we have a third, which we could just bring in low. So we could use conveyor lifts in, or not lifts, but like conveyor poles, stackable poles instead. Or we can just make this all one. not worry about a third input and just make sure that this gets a double speed belt. That's probably the easiest solution, I would say. So we'll have just two inputs here. One there, one there. And then we have to take one of these belts and combine it. So the first one gets... Well, it's doing 4 and 6. No, 6 and 8. 4 and 8. So that makes sense. Do the first 4 on the low one. This is going to have 240 on it. So we'll have to have that be combined. Oh no, that's bad. Ah. So we'll have just 2 lifts. One right here. And the other one right next to it. But a different height. And this is probably too tight to go up. So we'll do it here. We have to combine these. Top 2. It's probably easier to combine the bottom and the top and keep this one in the middle. Just because I know how this stuff works. So what we can do is have a splitter, no, be a merger. So top one will go there. I have no idea if that's right. Looks like it's right. And so we'll have the merger on the top one. And we'll just do that. nice and tidy. But then we have to change these ones. It's not going to work until we unlock the top belts because we've got... Oh no, 240. That'll go in that. So we have to do that. To change this to a Mark III. That has to be a Mark III. And then I need another ladder. So that's annoying. The fact that the ladder is blocking the foundation. Hope they fix that. Ladders are good, but really tricky to work with. So then this is going to be Mark III. You're going to be a Mark III. And then because it's an overflow method, we're just going to make everything Mark III. Except for this last part, because it won't matter. And that, and that, and that. Whoa. And then the other one, it's pretty simple. We just connect it straight up. And that should be Mark II. So that takes our three 120s, combines them into one 120 and then one 240. And that 240 is enough to power the other 8. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good stuff. Whoops. And I don't have power at this side of the base at all. So we're going to have to figure that out. I guess it will go this far. Thanks, Cosmic. I think so. It pays too to keep things really spaced out when you get into late game, and or even as you're just trying to do things quickly. It's so nice to be able to just walk in and realize what you're seeing makes a big difference. Let's leave a little bit more open to the air, just for now. Looks a little bit funny, but I'm here for it. I'm all right with it. So these can all go away. There's a certain time of day in the game where the light is just really pure and pretty. Everything is just a nice, simple tone. It's not quite noon. It's just like this nice layer that it's all got. Now we can get rid of that. I don't need these. We will put in a little platform here. Just about to go looking for and set up coal power. Started to think I might neaten up some things what I have already first. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to do that. You might thank yourself later. And this is just for pure access. I don't really... These might not stay here, but... Okay. So now... Power. And this build could actually get a little bit wider if we wanted it to, which is good. About here. So I'm usually thinking about like where doors might go, what might make sense. I think I'd rather have a single door. It's not really meant for a vehicle to go through, but, you know, could give us a little bit of access. And thus gives us something to maybe bring the power in on as well. Because the power currently is coming in way over here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it down probably this building. Eventually, I'd probably want to have it come from up top. Maybe that's the thing to do now. So rather than pull it from over there, maybe we should try to find where the power is coming in up here and run something that way. Pensive Elephant rating with a party of 3. Thanks so much for sharing your viewers, Pensive. Appreciate it. What were we all up to today? So it comes in over there. I think this would make the most sense. So we'll run a line here. For anybody coming in with Pensive, my name is Joel Duggan. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. We do mostly Minecraft and Satisfactory right now. Satisfactory is getting a huge update on Tuesday, so we're putting in some time to get this experimental save up to speed. Yeah, if I was to bring power out the front of this, I would say probably like somewhere around there makes sense, right? Two, three, 4, 5. Now, I don't know what this gives us for potential access back here. That deletes a whole section. So we'll have to be sneaky. This is kind of the kind of stuff that we're going to be able to fix with Update 5. Parts and stuff. Now, unfortunately, I don't want to put that back in because it looks kind of dumb. So we'll have to maybe put something on the outside here. Still not sure about the design of this. It's all kind of like a work in progress. Question from Rycross just before the raid, that's probably easier to show in game. How do you default your walls to a different color? Oh, so where's the gun? Thanks, Cosmic. I'm sorry I missed that, Rycross. This one right here, this color in the top left-hand corner, if you notice it when you click on the color gun, it'll be the default colors that you're used to in game. You can change this to whatever you want, and it will change everything you build by default. Likewise, if you paint something a specific color and then change the color in that build palette, it'll also change it. So like if I take, this is an ugly color, right? Gross. So if we edit this and change it to forest green and brown, which is much better. I mean, let's face it, this is an improvement, right? Very Halloween-y. Looks like an upside-down pumpkin. So you update the preset, and you say yes, and it changed the machine. So if you've painted like dozens and dozens of things, and you don't like the color anymore, you can change the swatch, and it will change the world in game. Likewise, you can change the palette here, and it'll change the default. It makes a big difference, actually. I really like playing with like all white or all just some different color. It's nice. So let's go with we'll go inside, I guess. And that inside wall is actually in here. Trying to build minimal framework here just to kind of get things done. Oh, out of concrete. Goes there, and then we'll go to here. And then I want to go along the ceiling. Need more concrete. Pie Eater. Hey Joel, have you heard or played Gungeon? I've heard of it. I think I saw it in maybe Xbox Game Pass or perhaps Steam. Didn't really look like my thing. What else are we low on? Plates. Reinforced plates. Rods. I'm gonna get some more of those. That should do us for a little bit. Yeah, I've only just sort of know what it's about. I don't know exactly. So we'll go with this over here. Let's go with the middle, just because it'll be easier to see. We need to change things. Whoops. I guess we can probably go farther than that. One, two, three. Let's just go with one, two, three, four. And then into the corner. Get rid of this now. Now here, we're probably going to get up onto the ceiling. Wish there was a better way to do corners. This should power all of these. Oh, we have to skip the gap. Right. I'm gonna save myself a step if I was moving with wire. Probably Elliot. Have you not? Did you try it before and not like it? Satisfactory? And then I guess we'll go up against the wall. And I think, actually, you know what? Never mind that. If we're going to go this way, we'll lose a little bit of light, but I'd rather do that. Played for a little bit, but got rehooked on Factorio. Oh, I see. Ooh, right. We've got... Make a gate here. I could be putting windows and stuff in here, but I'm really just focusing on the build, I guess. That is going to go one tick over the side. I think someone in my building ordered pizza, and I am jealous. Because that was always my plan tonight, was to order pizza after the stream, but now I can smell it. And that's going to happen sooner than later. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Whoops. Did I do that one right? Yeah, I did that one right. Yeah, I find that having only played Factorio very briefly, I don't see a lot of similarities. I mean, it's the same type of game, it's the same genre, but I didn't find them at all similar. I really did not like Factorio. If I'm going to be spending time playing another game outside of Minecraft, I generally am playing modern graphic games. One of the reasons why I haven't started Stardew Valley, because I want to play cool looking stuff. Not that Minecraft isn't cool looking, but after a while you're just like, that's my 8-bit, you know, pixel art fill is Minecraft. And even then, I'd really like to play Minecraft with shaders, but my computer just can't handle it. Alright, so I think that's them all hooked up. Nope. I wish they lined the power things up a little bit better. Like I wish that everything would be in a straight line. Be nice. It's all powered. All powered. These all need to be iron ingots. Can I attach them? Oh, good. some of these have got iron ore in them already. Oh. That's going the wrong way. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I think I didn't play Gungeon, is because so much. There's something I was really disappointed with Xbox Game Pass for Xbox Series X. So many of the games that are available to you are pixel art or retro games, and I don't want to use my Xbox to play retro games. I want to play modern games. Now, I have some modern games for it, but it's just like so much of the Xbox Game Pass content is like retro or like really simple games. Like, this is the kind of thing that, you know, not aimed at next gen consoles, you know. I mean, I guess given the pandemic, we really don't have next gen content yet. That's probably this holiday is when a lot of new games like Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5, and it's not until those titles get out there that we have like modern titles that were designed for the next gen consoles. I say next gen, current gen, I guess. Everything that I've been playing has been designed for Xbox One or PlayStation 4 or something. Alright, now these all need inputs. These are just basics. I have no idea what this is going to do to our power grid. It should be okay. Yeah, and I've had fun in pixel art games when the gameplay is fun. I do find I tend to prefer 3D games over like top-down. The exception, I think, being like a combination, which is like City Skylines. I can't believe this took us like 3 hours to set up. Alright, so these are all belted up. These are not. Actually, that was incorrect. That should be Mark II, Mark I. That should also be a Mark I. Wait a minute, is that doing 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, that's fine. So now we need to go back down here and hook these up, I think. Yeah. So this should just be a matter of going from here into the lift and from here into the lift. And I guess we really don't need these. It's all under the base stuff anyway. You really dislike shaders in Minecraft. Interesting. But it should be pumping out stuff. It's not hooked up somewhere. Oh, I know where. Way back at the start. I did it on purpose so we wouldn't fill the belts, moving them around with stuff. Having these little gaps, it's nice because if you want to disconnect something, it becomes a lot easier. Good stuff. And this is what I mean about building just above your head. It makes it a lot easier to walk around. Optifine and modded don't mix. It breaks a lot of mods. I thought you needed Optifine for a lot of mods. I've tried running something that's not Optifine. I tried running that other one. What's it called? For Fabric. And it's pain in the butt. It doesn't work at all. It makes my game slower. All right. We don't have any of the exports hooked up over here. We have all the exports hooked up now? Looks like yes. We have all the imports hooked up. Looks like yes. Same thing with over here. Yep. We're just waiting on this. That third belt should be right behind. Good, good, good. And how are we for power? Yikes. Okay. Smelters Enhanced Default is the only one I can tolerate. I like that one too. I prefer that one. They changed the way that you can adjust the options, though. They removed options, which drives me nuts. So I don't use it very much. Kind of a fun visual. So there's our ingots. I don't know whether they're going to go upstairs or not. We have to figure out where the flight path is for this Manta. My guess is that we can't get much more than a third floor, or that second floor. I would imagine it's probably going to be 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I imagine this is probably our cutoff. No worries, Will. I'm going to be wrapping up here soon anyway. We will try to pass everybody on to somebody else playing Satisfactory, though. So if mods want to know or can find someone, let me know. 1, 2, 3. And even if it is 3, we might not want to do it right at the flush at the front. Not sure. Oh, you're welcome, Jim. You're welcome. Glad you're here. Hopefully you've connected your Discord and Twitch, and you can join us in the Discord and hang out in between streams. Next one's going to be tomorrow at 1:30 or 2 p.m. Atlantic time. I'll take the moment now to remind people that the Spawn Chunks quarterly hangout, which has to be it's patron only, but that is happening tomorrow at 12, which means it'll be over by about 1. 1 is my start time normally on Saturdays for streaming, and I can't see myself going straight from one to the other. Jim, if you connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts, then if you go into your Discord connections settings, you'll see the Joel Duggan server as something that you can join. And you'll get like a Twitch sub role when you get there. So I don't know what he's like when he comes back. We're going to stick around long enough to find out. I think I'll put it over here. The ladder's encroaching on another's clearance, which I'm guessing is the pole, which is dumb. Why can't I bring this ladder down? What other clearance is it? That's messed up. So we'll stay here and see what the clearance is. I guess I should maybe stack them a little bit farther back too. This is a trick I use as well. Trying to see where things are. Oh. A lot farther to the side. There's the turn. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to build any closer to him. I think the second floor is probably going to be where I want to stay. I've gotten cocky before and ended up not liking it because as you can see, like, he gets real close, like real close to this build. He's well under this, but he gets really close on this side, and he clips right there. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. No, but he gets very close to the main building there. So I think maybe a second floor is all I'm going to need, but that's fine because we're going to be doing mostly constructors and whatchamacallit, rods and screws and stuff up here. So I think that might be the easiest thing to do now that we've got all of the iron from over there being smelted and all of the iron from over here now being smelted. At least so far, we might want to come up to a second floor of this layout. We'll have to see. Because I'm going to have to take some of this down now. Because we don't need it. Because the three of the lifts, these three right here, we just decommissioned. Like, all this stuff is now no longer being fed. So any of the machines up top can be dismantled from here up. So it frees up a lot of space. We can remove this building. I think I'm going to make this building wide again, so it should be cool. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, then leave a follow before you take off. But do stick around because I'm going to try to pass you on to somebody else playing Satisfactory. Cosmic, if you mentioned it, I didn't see who we were looking at for potential raids. But there's a couple of podcasts out there that you might want to listen to. There is the Citadel Cafe, which is brand new on Wednesday. That came out with myself and Brockett talking about Midnight Mass, which is a horror series on Netflix. So if you are into that kind of thing, you want to get in the Halloween spirit, then check that out. You can also check out the Spawn Chunks, which is at thespawnchunks.com, and that is all about Minecraft, and we're going to be doing that patron hangout tomorrow, so that's for patrons only, but the show itself is accessible for free on iTunes and wherever you find podcasts. Both of them are, actually. Last but not least, check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's one of the ways that you can support the stream, and then check out Twitter, which is where I stream or let people know when I go live. So that's gonna be it for me, folks. Doesn't look like there's anybody playing Satisfactory. That's okay. We'll just I'll find someone else on my tab list and pass you on over there. So be kind and enjoy the rest of your Friday night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.